Oh my god, it's Thomas the Franchise.
How we end up in the same place. Every night I'm looking at you with my game face. What is that? Well, I squint my baby blues and I act like I'm a movie star to make up for my moves. CMP rock, I'm CL, but I ain't very smooth. Got another ultimatum, you could stay or you could cruise. You could crush me when you leave, you could trust me, you could lose. Said I'm into heavy drinking, but I ain't into abuse.
Alright, let's come inside so I can talk to you fools for a second, because it's too noisy out there. They got rush hour cracking off, all kinds of cars, all kinds of people making all kinds of noise. Here, let's just prop this up here for a second. Alright, what is going down, y'all? Welcome back to the vlog. First things first, before any of you start commenting, I know you're gonna smoke me in the comments. Yes, I'm a Michigan Wolverine fan. Sorry to all the Ohio State fans out there that don't like it. Doesn't mean we can't be friends, doesn't mean we can't be cool, but I rep for Michigan basketball, football. Got family ties to Detroit, so we rep the Wolverines heavy over here. If you don't like it and it's that deep for you, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Alright, if you couldn't really see what I was watching, it was the Samsung keynote, or they don't call it keynote, that's Apple's thing, but their announcement of the Galaxy S8, all the stuff, all the features. Obviously, I'm in the industry, so I gotta kind of know what's coming up, what's coming out. You guys know I'm an Apple loyalist. I just use Apple. I used Android for a long time, close to 4 years, and switched to Apple, and as it stands right now, I would never go back. Never, never's a long time. You can't say never, especially in technology, but at this moment, it would take a lot for me to go back. Here's the reasons. I'm not really gonna touch on the S8 because I don't know a ton about it. I just kind of know what I saw and some of the specs and all that stuff. As far as me, as far as I go, I use Apple and I use iPhone because of the consistency. It's boring, it's basic, but it's super consistent and it works extremely well. Every time I had Android, it would always just break down on me, or there'd be some kind of glitch, or there'd be, oh, you have to download this app to fix this. Well, why is it doing this now? This is messing up. Oh, just download this app, it'll fix it. And I'm the kind of guy, like, I'm busy. I don't have time to be doing maintenance on my phone all the time just to get it to do the things that a normal phone should do. Send a text to the right person, make a call. It was always just buggy and glitchy. I'm not saying nobody's ever had a problem with an iPhone, but me personally, I've never had any of those basic functionalities on an iPhone just not work like I have on Android. Android's always been the leader as far as the technology goes. They're pushing this is new, 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 and I think that's the problem. They're pushing so much new at one time into one phone with every single product that the basic stuff suffers. Like, I just want to be able to open Twitter and it open Twitter. I don't want it to open Snapchat. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to send a text to someone without it forced closing or my keyboard unexpectedly stopping. Like, I just don't have the patience for that. I'm not a patient guy as it is, so that's why I use Apple. Android pushes all this stuff into the phones and it's 50-50. Half of it may work correctly, half of it may not. It may work great for the first 6 months. That's another thing I had. My Android phones would be great for the first 4 to 6 months. Then all of a sudden it would start bogging down, it would slow down, it would start freezing, it would start crashing. The new marshmallow nougat ice cream brownie update would come through and it would wreck the whole phone. It just caused a lot of nonsense for me. So that is why I'm an Apple guy. I'm not here to argue what's better or what's more innovative or anything like that. I'm here to tell you Apple works best for me because I'm not patient and I want the basic functionalities to work correctly the first time. So for me to switch back to Android, it would have to be a serious quality overhaul, and I don't think that's what Android goes for. They don't go for quality. They go for, we're here first. We have this first. We innovated this first. We're innovative. That's what Android goes for. Apple, they come out with technology that's like 2 or 3 years old and they try to make it sound like it's new, and because they name it something crazy and it's like, oh, Apple, well, we got this now. And it's not even innovative, but it always works correctly. They take the time. They'll like, oh, you guys are doing the 360 camera and all the live streaming camera and all this stuff. Cool. We'll see you in 2 years, but it will never crash and the thing will be flawless. That's Apple. Apple's all about customer experience. They know if they allow someone to put an app in the App Store that's crashing people's phones, people aren't going to say, oh, this app sucks, it's crashing my phone. They're going to say, this phone sucks, because people aren't smart enough to know the difference of the app is messing up their phone versus the phone is just messing up. And that's real talk. I mean, I'm in the industry, I see it every single day. Apple's super locked down. Developers, techie people hate it because you can't get into the back end of everything. You can't mess with anything. You can't change any of that. But that also is why it works so consistently and why it just flows flawlessly. That's just what I think. That's my personal preference. That's why I use iPhone. It's why I use MacBook. It's why I use iPad versus any other Android device. I'm not here to try to convert you. I'm not here to say if you use Android, you're wrong. People have their preferences. For what I use the phone for and the basic functionality and the consistency that I need, Apple's for me. All right, that's enough about that. I got work today. I'm gonna fix my drone. We got the white 9317s coming in today. They should be at my work, so I'm gonna pick those up. We'll do the review of those later. So yeah, I'm gonna grab my drone, get the parts. We're gonna do a test flight. Oh my, Anyways, you missed. My pocket caught on the door handle, almost ripped the pants right off me. Squirrel moment, doesn't matter. But yeah, we're gonna fix the drone. Hopefully it flies. I know some of you are probably hoping it doesn't fly, so you could just laugh at me when it crashes into the side of my house and catches on fire. But it's all good, because we're about to find out right now. So you see these little parts right here, plastic pieces. That's what holds the propeller on, okay? So this is the good one, right here. And these little plastic nubs lock in to the propeller. That's what keeps it on, right? When mine crashed, the propellers hit a brick wall or a concrete wall very hard, crashed, and busted those off. So you see there's none. So what we had to buy was these, the replacements. These were like $8 on Amazon. Got super lucky. I thought I was gonna have to replace that whole motor, that whole piece, which would have had to been rewired, and it was just a whole lot of nonsense. So we're gonna swap those out, and I assume that's it. We should be able to just fly the drone and should be good to go.
It's like I'm Gary Busey, my life is Lucy based on the news. Got a sad story every single day we play the blues. I think today is just the day that I can make it through, cause I gave an ultimatum and you waited what you choose. So tell me anything, anything at all. Tell me what you learned in class or what you bought at the mall. I'm sorry that I'm an ass, no I'm not sorry at all, cause these motherfuckers only wanna hate you when you fall.
Bong diddy bong. We should be good to go. They all got the teeth. They all ready. We should be able to snap the propellers on and get it going. Feeling like Tom Petty the way I'm learning to fly out here. Learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Y'all probably don't know Tom Petty. Let's see, Ludacris, back for the first time. We back for the first time. That was actually his debut album, which came out in like 2000. So y'all probably don't know that either. If you don't know Tom Petty and you don't know Ludacris, I'm only one man. I don't know what to tell you. But let's see if this thing is back in working order and we can get some liftoff.
Feel like it's over, the money comes piling in. Don't get sober, let's rewind it and do it again. I wanna stay here till we pass out together, cause it don't get much better. I'm closer than I've ever been. Tell me what you think about me, like in the sense as a sexual partner that you can get into bed with. I'm always thinking but never using my head. I mean, I'm always thinking about you giving me head. Whoa. So why we really need a double entendre when your whole team's like a double Madonna? Cut the whole scene with my double katana. You voguing like a virgin but I know that you wanna. Bad individual to get into your rituals. Let's not be overcritical, let's head to Bahamas. And if I can't afford it then let's head to your mama's. I can keep you up and keep it down, I promise. I'ma make a bankroll, get you thankful. Never second guessing your decisions or having you thank over. You're saying that we never think sober. I think we got a good thing going, so baby think it over. I just feel like it's over, the money comes piling in. Don't get sober, let's rewind it and do it again.
Let's go! Now that is what I'm talking about. You know when you just repair some stuff and you just feel like the man? It could be some basic stuff. It could be something as simple as this drone. It could be the ice maker on the front of the fridge. No matter how simple it is, you fix it and you just walking around like the man. Like you just walking in front of your lady like,
well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes I am, yes I am, yes I am.
Y'all know what I'm talking about though, man. You feel like you just fixed the Hubble telescope when really you just fixed the little plate inside the microwave because it stopped rotating and your lady's yelling at you because it ain't cooking the popcorn correct. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna go get ready for work.
I wanna stay here till we pass out together, cause it don't get much better. I'm closer than I've ever been.
Yo, welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that.
Those are so far.
What, these?
Yeah, just bright reds.
These are light work, bro. So you cut your kid's old bunk bed into a shoe rack.
Absolutely. Cut it all down last night, measured out the space.
How many shoes does it hold?
9.
That's sick.
Took me about an hour. It's got, it's like this wide, and it's got the one shelf and then another shelf.
Because you were just going to throw that?
I was just going to toss it.
From the bunk bed? That's
So I just threw it in the garage, measured it all out, cut a bunch of 30-inch pieces, a bunch of little 7-inch pieces.
You're like a domesticated. You have a saw in your garage, like a a miter saw.
Little hand saw.
Oh, you just did it with a hand?
No, I had like a hand skill saw.
Oh.
And a little like drill that is a plug-in drill that has like no speed control.
Oh, so just
screws
those
in.
plug-in ones are just wicked with the torque, dude. Dude, that was like $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase laugh right there. I swear. All right, guys, we're back home, and as you know, these came in today, so we're about to take a look at them. This is a shoe a lot of people have been hitting me on, wanting to see, so let's get right into the shoe. First off, the box comes in this classic blue Adidas look box. There's the box label right there. If you didn't know, this is the Adidas EQT Support 9317, also known as the Turbo Boost 9317. As you open it up, classic Adidas white paper, trefoil logo. As you saw, these are a 12.5, which is a super, super hard to get size. Woo, woo, woo. Smooth on the spins, bruh. Boom. These joints are super, super fresh. I'll let you guys kind of look around the shoe. I did already lace my pair up, so y'all can see how I get down with that. I do have a size 10 as well. This is how they come with the factory laces, like this. So the cage is not laced up. Ortholite tag, Adidas tag, and that's on the inside of the right shoe. So if you guys like this lacing, let me know in the comments and I can definitely do a lacing tutorial on it. Now before we get into the whole review, I'm going to show you guys a little side-by-side of the other one. So that's the black pair that dropped a few months back. The insides look practically the same, other than these are white. They're black on this one. This has a black toe, so they have white stripes. This has a white toe, so they have black stripes. So they're just basically mirrored. I really love both pairs. I've worn the crap out of my black pair, and I imagine I'm going to probably do the same with this white pair. There's going to be a lot tougher to keep clean. As we get into the shoe, the prime knit, you got this glitch pattern. Exact same thing as the black pair, but it's got white with the gray glitch instead of black with the gray glitch. And as far as the prime knit goes, it's similar to like a PK NMD. It's basically the same kind of prime knit as an NMD XR1 or a PK NMD. Same style there. Moving up the side, you've got this white netting along the outside of the shoe. And if you compare it, I mean, this is almost like a cream color. This is like legit white. Like these are white, these stripes on the side. This is like cream with the glitch gray pattern. The lace holders here actually make up the 3 stripes on the outside. That's really, really dope. Those hold the laces in there, and you can put your finger behind them. They're not like attached to the shoe. So that allows for some nice flexibility. If you have a wider foot, you know, they'll flex out. They're not just stuck to the side of the shoe. Going around to the cage, you've got this white cage here. This is probably my favorite part of the shoe. I love the two-tone cage. So you got the white here, and then as it goes around the inside of the cage, is that turbo red. That's why they call it a turbo boost, because this color is called turbo red, even though it's pink. Adidas calls it turbo red. I like the two-tone cage. On the inside, it's the turbo red. On the outside, it's the white. Same thing on the black pair, except the outside cage is black. The inside cage is turbo red. As far as the laces go, they are flat white laces. They're pretty long, but they give us enough holes and enough area in the cage to where I can lace them up like this, and they'll still just hang, so I don't have to tie the shoe, which, as you know, I enjoy. Little EQT logo in the front. Same thing on the other pair, except it's black, not white. Moving up top to the tongue, it's that burrito tongue. Kind of folds on the inside. This piece is connected. Actually, it's kind of hard to see since I have these fully laced. Let me show you on the other pair. All right, so here's the size 10 that I have. See how that tongue kind of opens up? Like that, and then folds under. I really like that because it locks your foot in nicely. When you pull the laces tight, the tongue bunches up on a lot of other shoes. On this shoe, it really pulls them tight and like cinches down around your foot. So that just adds to the comfort of the shoe. And because of that tongue, the way it does lock your foot in there, that's why I go a half size up on these. Actually, my black pair is a 13. The white pair is a 12.5. I tried a 12 on in store and they were just a little bit too tight. They may loosen up. I don't know. I didn't cop them. I went up to a 13. When Dallas and I got them in Vegas, that fool went up a full size and they ended up being way too big. So I think he is actually going true to size on these, or maybe he's going a half up. I'm not sure. But for me personally, I went a half size up. I could go as much as a whole size up and I'm good. Again, take that information as you will, because I feel like sizing information is different based on bigger sizes. When you have a bigger foot, a half size doesn't matter as much. I think when you have a 9, a 10, a half size or a whole size up matters so much more. When you're a 12 or a 12.5 or 13, it's kind of all the same thing. The only thing you don't want the shoe to be is too small, but you could go up a half size or a whole size and it's not really ever going to be too big, you know? There's not a bunch of shoes I get a 13 in, but I definitely have a lot of 12.5 and I do have some 13s and they're fine. But there's some shoes that a straight 12 is just too small. It's just too tight and too restrictive on my toes. So again, for me, I went with 12.5. I half sized up on them. That's just me. Also on the tongue, you do have this patch. It says equipment and then it says Adidas. ADV 9117. No, that's not a typo. The shoes are called 9317. This says 9117 because that's when Adidas equipment or EQT first started. This original model came out in 93, but they started the equipment line in 91. So these are the 9317s, but it says Adidas ADV 9117 because that's when the whole EQT line launched. Also on the tongue, The PK is like a knitted material. It's just like that cross knit pattern. As we move down to the inside of the shoe, this is one of my favorite parts, and that's the Ortholite insole. As you see on the 10, they have this Ortholite like hang tag attached there, and that just talks about the technology of Ortholite. I had never really heard of Ortholite until I got my first pair of these in the black colorway. This insole is ridiculously comfortable. It is glued in so it doesn't come out, so I can't like pull it out and show you, but it's like a memory foam type of insole. If you push on it, you'll feel like it has like a memory foam feeling to it. The insole also does say equipment, and then it has Adidas ADV 9117. Same thing is on the tongue patch. But this insole is super, super comfortable. I mean, the shoe already has a massive amount of boost on it, but when you add this insole to it, it's hard to find a more comfortable shoe than these EQTs. Ultra Boost is right there. I'm not gonna go out there and say Ultra Boost is more comfortable than this shoe. I think they're neck and neck. I think it's just a different kind of comfort. This feels more like you're wearing a sneaker. It's definitely the most comfortable, like sneaker feeling sneaker you could buy. Ultra Boost feels just more sock like. The prime knit, the upper, the way it's constructed, everything is different. It's just a different kind of comfort, but I wouldn't say either one is more comfortable than the other. I think they're neck and neck. They're just different comforts. For me, the Ultra Boost is more of a slip on and go, very lightweight sock like feel, as to where this is more of a sneaker feel, but it's the most comfortable sneaker feeling sneaker that you would ever wear. I don't know if any of that even makes sense, but I don't know how else to say it. Bottom line, these shoes are incredibly comfortable. The other thing I do like about the insole is this green. That green was on the very, very first model they put out in 93, so I love that they kept that. I think I might have said that in the other review on the black joints too, but I love that they kept that green color on the inside just like they did with the OG version. It's kind of like a nice little ode to the classics. As we move around to the midsole, I just mentioned this thing has a massive amount of boost on it. I mean, there's so much boost on this shoe, which makes it incredibly comfortable. And I love this part right here. I love that they etched the 3 stripes into the boost on both sides too. On the inside of the shoe, the inside's a little tougher to see, but it's there. But they did that on both sides. And to me, that is just sick. I love that they're constantly pushing the progression of boost, what they can do with boost. It's like that on this one and the black one. Other than the colorway, there's really no material differences except for one thing that I noticed between the two, and that being the inside right here. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up, but the inside on this is like a soft mesh, and it's the exact same material all around this black. This black is all the same. It's like a very, very soft mesh feeling material, that black piece, right? On this pair, this white is not that mesh. It's more like a, how do I explain it? What's that little cloth called? Microfiber. It's like a microfiber cloth. So that everything that's white right there is that microfiber cloth material, which I thought was going to get dirty super quick. I thought it was going to attract a lot of sock lint. I thought it was going to look like crap after about a week. It's held up really strong. Like mine still looks really, really good. Now, obviously I don't wear these every single day, but I've worn them a good amount of times. As you can see, the logo on mine is kind of the ADV. The V is kind of worn off there. So, I mean, I've worn them a pretty good amount of times, and this white still looks nice, but this is a softer, like microfiber type of feel. They did not do that with this one. This one is just that mesh or neoprene mesh. It's still really, really soft. It's definitely like softer than a normal mesh, but it's not the microfiber cloth type feel that you'd get from the black pair. That is the only difference material-wise that I noticed. Moving around to the back of the heel tab, it's like that neoprene, nylon type of feel. Same thing as the white pair. This one's white. That's something I kind of didn't like on this one because I thought that would get super dirty too, which mine's a little bit dingy. It looks okay on camera, but in person it's a little bit dingy. I'd rather have the black on the back there, but that's like a super, super soft neoprene. And then as we move to the inside of the shoe, this suede with the EQT support written there. And that's a very, very nice soft suede. And then you have the stripes stitched into the toe, stitched into the prime knit here. That is all stitched. As we move down underneath the shoe to the bottom, the sole, you got the nice white sole on the bottom. It is not continental rubber or anything like that, but it's still very, very nice sole. You got the boost window here, and then you got all these tiny little boost windows with the boost peeking through all these holes. And some traction pads on the heel, some traction pads up on the toe. No Adidas logo or any kind of numbers or writing or anything else on the toe like we're accustomed to seeing on NMDs and Ultra Boost. The other thing about the laces or about me lacing them this way that I really, really like is it goes well with the tongue because you fold the tongue over over your shoe, and then all you got to do, once your foot's inside the shoe, you just pull these laces down and it straps your foot in. It locks them in really, really tight, and it just makes it feel good. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want a lacing tutorial on these. I will show you how I lace these up. I kind of go back and forth through the cage a couple different times. You probably can figure it out. It's not that hard. But if you're having trouble with it, or if it's something you do want to see step by step how I do it, let me know in the comments below, and I'd be more than happy to do that for you guys. So that's about it on this pair, man. Not much more to say that already hasn't been said. This is a very, very comfortable shoe. If I could just reiterate that again, the combination of the Boost and the Ortholite insole is really just unmatched. It's super, super comfortable. Very, very nice for a shoe that's a lifestyle sneaker. This is not a running shoe. Like I said, you really can't compare it to an Ultra Boost in that aspect, but it's probably the most comfortable lifestyle sneaker that is out there. But that's about all on these ones, man. That's the Adidas EQT Support 9317 or the Turbo Boost 9317. As always, thank you guys for watching, subscribing, sharing, commenting, liking, and I will see you fools tomorrow.
The accolades in everybody's ego, I'ma keep it real wherever that we go. Pouring out my soul, you could dissect it with a needle. So let's just come together like the Beatles. Now we looking up at a sky full of diamonds, trying to survive this bright light that be shining. It's love. Even back when we went to college, so many things I wanted to say but couldn't be honest. Mono when hearts are heart. Where do we start? We could talk about the things that we draw like art. So tell me what your game is. If you like staying home or you wanna become famous. Couch potato, I ain't saying that I made chips. Dumb and young, but we do it till we ageless. I had a vision of me living on the A-list, so it don't really matter who you came with. I just feel like it's over the month.